me, it's kind of meaningless to talk about death as distinct from life. It's really one thing. It's death-life, like space-time after Einstein's second paper on general relativity. Death and life are the same phenomenon, essentially. I'm not a theist myself, but I have enormous respect for the way that religion deals with death. It does death well. But what I noticed in the secular world, the dead disappear below the waves and become irrelevant in discourse. Your friend dies, your lover dies, your family member dies, and it's kind of legitimate to talk about them for a while and to refer to them on anniversaries, but very soon it becomes a little bit de trop to mention it. They have left. All life arranges itself to be concerned solely with the living. The dead at best are bit players, but mostly they are not allowed to involve themselves in the drama. And I think the interesting thing about considering death-life as a single phenomenon is that it brings all of those people back into play. They become relevant to us again, and it affects our cultural perspective as well. And it seems to me that there is a sort of rather grotesque symmetry between the evanescence of our culture, its obsession with what's new and what's up to date and what's happening, its zeitgeistiness, and this refusal to acknowledge the personae of the dead, without needing to consider them as being immortal in some other place or anything like that, but just the fact of their existence, that they have existed. So I think that that kind of death-life view, you know, without needing to appeal to immortality or anything like that, can be very, very helpful in dealing with loss, for example.
Religion does death well. So one of the things I wanted to understand here is, you know, for those people who are not religious, but who sort of are looking for some kind of other form of grand perspective on the world, is it possible to imagine ways of doing death in a non-religious way that are as good as